Hello everyone, welcome to the Kiki London YouTube channel. My name's Amanda. In today's video, we are going to be looking at how to apply nail foils to create a Christmassy / winter plaid design. So first of all, you are going to want to choose which foils you want to use. I'm going to be using 4 from the Abstract Plaid foil box. I love this selection of foils. I feel as though they have a great selection, and especially for Christmassy / wintry designs, there's something for everyone if you are a plaid lover. Now you are also going to need your foil gel to apply your foils. I'm using the K&S scissors to trim the foils to size, and then my Kiki London silicone tool. As always, all of the products I use will be linked in the description box below, and this video goes live on Black Friday. So there is currently a 25% off sale on the Kiki London website, so do check that out. It's the perfect time to stock up or treat yourself. Now I have trimmed my first foil, and I always like to match my foil with a corresponding gel polish color. This way, if you have any imperfections in your foil application, it's not going to be as noticeable, and it's really great if you are doing nail art with your foils, kind of creating designs rather than just full coverage looks, which we will also be doing in today's video. This first one, we're going to just be doing a full cover foil nail. So I'm going to do 2 coats of my chosen color, which we've gone for Green Envy. You don't have to necessarily use this green. You could have paired this foil with a couple of different greens and it would work. I'm curing each coat of my gel polish for 30 seconds. Now, of course, I'm working on display tips. If you was doing this on yourself or a client, you would do your prep and base coat to begin with. Now, we're going to come in after doing our colors with our foil gel. Now you want to apply this thin but even, so you want to make sure that you are coating the entire nail. You're not applying it too thick because it will wrinkle if you apply this too thickly, but you want to make sure that you are fully covering that entire nail, including the sidewalls and free edge of the nail. This is going to really help get you that full coverage foil finish. Now it goes into cure for 30 seconds, and I like to apply my foils as soon as that foil gel comes out of the lamp. So I'm starting off by pressing that foil directly down onto the nail, and I'm doing this to make sure that it's got really good contact and it's stuck down and it's not going to move around. Now a lot of the time when you are working over medium to long length nails, you're going to have built up a bit of an apex in the nail, and this can sometimes cause creases. So what I like to do is take my silicone tool and ease these creases out using the silicone tool. I always find it best to get full foil application to use a combination of your thumb and fingers and the silicone tool. The warmth from your thumb and fingers really helps press in that foil, and then the silicone tool is better for easing out those creases. Now I continued to do this to make sure I'd got good application, and then I'm going to start slowly peeling that foil back. I'm peeling back slowly, so if there are any areas that haven't transferred, I can lay the foil back down in place and press again or rub to get good application. As you can see, that applied quite nicely. There's a few little areas and then they're covered, or they're not so noticeable because you've got that green gel polish underneath. We're then going to come in and seal this in using a layer of rubber top coat. I highly recommend the rubber top coat for sealing in your nail foils. One, it gives a good level of encapsulation, but because it's a strengthening top coat as well, you're going to rule out getting any chipping issues. On to the next design, we're going to do a glitter ombre over our plaid foil. So I've done the same as before. I've paired it with a shade that I feel will match, so we've gone for the beautiful Bridal Red, and again I'm going to apply this in 2 coats. Now if you are doing a full coverage foil now and you're using a highly pigmented shade, you can get away with using only 1 coat, which I will show you in another design. So I think it's the 3rd nail that we do, but for this one, because we're doing the glitter fade, I really want that red to be popping down the cuticle area of the nail. So I've done 2 coats. Now I'm going to apply my foil gel pretty much the same as before, but I'm not taking it all the way down the nail. I'm just applying it where I want my foils to go. So I want my foil to cover roughly 3/4 of the nail. So that's where I'm applying my foil gel, still keeping it nice and thin but even, brushing over it a few times just to make sure that we have got that even application without it being too thick. Popping it into cure for 30 seconds, and then we're going to press down this beautiful red foil. I think this nail out of all of them was my favorite. I would happily wear a full set of these for Christmas. I feel as though this one just gave all those Christmas vibes. So again, pressing down, I'm holding it in place. It is a little bit tricky to do this on a nail tip. It's a lot easier to do on a person where you've got the pressure of their finger underneath. When I'm pressing down on the nail tip, it kind of just wants to fling off the tip stand, so I'm having to hold the tip in place. Then we're going to really rub that foil, making sure that you've got good contact, you've eased out all of your creases, and then we're going to peel off the same as before. I had peeled off a little bit quickly down the tip of the nail, so I tried to come in to fix that up. And then we are going to be doing a glitter fade, but I want to seal my foil in first. Now, I love layering up nail art, but there are certain times when you're going to need to seal your nail art in first. Now, the reason this is because technically you don't have to. We could come in and do our glitter fade, nothing's going to happen to the foil. But if you make a mistake with your nail art, say you go in with a glitter and then your client is a bit like, oh no, I don't like that particular glitter, I want to use a different one, so you've got to wipe the glitter off, you're then going to wipe that foil off as well. Now, foils can be tricky to apply, so the last thing you want to do is to have to reapply. So especially the same if I'm doing stamping over foils as well, I've just got into that habit of sealing in my foil first of all. So we've sealed it in with a rubber top coat, but then because we're going to be coming over the top with another layer of gel, I have buffed the surface of that rubber top coat just so our glitter gel has something to grab onto. So I've gone in with VIP Gold, which is a stunning multi-cut glitter. I've applied it down at the cuticle area, and then I'm just going to take my ombre brush and start fading this down over our foil. I really want this glitter to pop down at that cuticle area, but I don't want to apply a thick bulky layer, so I'm going to do this step in 2 thin layers, but I'm focusing that fade on that first layer. So then when it comes to applying the second layer, I've just got to take a small amount, blend it down just to really make the cuticle area pop with the gold. This is personal preference. You might be happy with how it looks in one coat. I really quickly want to go back to mention to sealing in the foils before you do your next layer of nail art. Like I mentioned, this is completely optional. If you feel as though you're working on short nails and it's going to make the nail bulky, and then you don't have to seal it in. Just think about what kind of nail art you're putting over the top of the foil. So as you can see here, this gold glitter looks absolutely beautiful against that red plaid foil. It's not too in your face Christmassy, I don't think. You could even come in again and pop some Christmassy stamping over this if you wanted to, but I really love a red and gold combination. So we're then going to seal everything in once again with the rubber top coat. This is going to give us a really nice smooth finish. I always reach for my rubber top coat when I'm working with nail art because I feel as though it just encapsulates everything beautifully and gives you that super smooth finish. On to our third design, I reached for this blue foil. I wanted to make sure there was a mix of Christmas and winter because I know not everyone wants to go full on Christmas vibes. So I'm going to come in and apply 1 coat of Navy Baby. Now I only went for 1 coat just to show you that if your colour you're using is super pigmented and you're confident you're going to get a pretty good application with your foil, you don't necessarily need 2 coats. It is just going to depend on the colour you're using. So I've gone in, done my 1 coat of gel polish. We're going to come in and do a full foil nail again, so I'm going to apply a full layer of foil gel. Now with this nail I decided we would apply some crystals over the top of this one, but I do still want to try and get my foil application as neat as possible, so I'm following all those same steps, placing it down, rubbing over the entire nail, kind of using a bit of pressure to help pull it taunt, I suppose. This is going to help eliminate those creases, but then over that curved part of the nail where the apex would be, you're going to get some creases, so you're going to kind of just have to work with that. I find it pretty impossible to completely get no creases, especially when working over, say, a sculpted gel or an acrylic nail where you have built up that apex. On short natural length nails, it's a lot easier to not get any creases. But we use that same technique. I find the silicone tool, just take your time with it, ease out those creases gently, and that is something that's really important with foils. Just take your time. With these full cover foils where you've got an image that you can't press down, you kind of need to rub. you're just going to spend a little bit more time rubbing. I find with foils, say for example with the metallic foils or the floral foils, where you're just placing down a small part of the foil, you can just press and pull off, and that gets you a really good application. But when you're doing a full coverage foil, you can't really press and pull off, because if you need to go back in, it's going to be hard to match up the pattern, especially for say this plaid foil. So it's better to just lay it down and rub, really spend a few minutes rubbing, and then peel off slowly, and you get that nice application. So as I mentioned, on this nail we're going to layer up our crystals. So all three of these crystals are available on the Kiki website. I love to apply my crystals using the rubber top coat. So this time with the rubber top coat, we've gone in, we've sealed our foil gel in with it, but we've not cured it yet, so that we can place our crystals down into that wet rubber top coat. This way you're able to top coat and apply your crystals in one. It's so much quicker and easier than using a glue. One, also you get the bonus of being able to move your crystals around as much as you want, really play around with your design, and they're not gonna freeze in place until you pop the nail into cure. So if you are a bit indecisive about your crystal placement, or if you're practicing learning crystal placement, things like that, the rubber top coat allows you to really play around with the placement, and then once you're happy with how they're all placed, you can pop the nail into cure and it sets them in place. And I find this holds my crystals perfectly for the duration that I'm going to be wearing this set for. Where it is a thicker consistency top coat, the crystals kind of sink down into it, and then it really grips around them. You could come in with another layer of top coat if you was worried about them coming off, or if you wanted a matte finish, because I love matte and crystals, you could come in at this point and apply a layer of matte top coat. Onto the fourth foil. I don't know if I've ever used this particular one, but I thought it gave off Christmas jumper vibes. So I'm going to go in with a layer of charcoal grey. I felt as though this one paired nicely with it. But on this nail we're going to kind of do a cutout effect with the foil, sorry. So we're going to do one coat of charcoal grey, cure this for 30 seconds, and then come in with our second coat, because we're not going to be applying the foil to the entire nail. And then I'm going to come in and apply my foil gel to just a section of the nail. Now I left doing it this way to show you guys how you can remove foils, but ideally if you're just going to be applying foils to one section of the nail, what you want to do is wipe over your gel polish with some alcohol to remove the tacky inhibition layer, because basically what's going to happen here is I'm applying my foil gel to one section of the nail. This is where I want the foils to be, but when I press my foil down, it's going to still stick to the tacky inhibition layer that's left behind from charcoal grey, so you're going to get some foil that you have to remove. Now like I said, I left this step in just to show you guys how I do clean up foils if they have gone in any areas that I don't want them to be. But if I was doing this design, I normally would go in, wipe off that tacky layer with some alcohol, and then that way your foil is just going to simply stick to where you've placed it down. Or alternatively, you could put a layer of matte top coat down first of all before applying your section of foil gel. But here we are, we're just applying that foil same way, good rub along all the side walls especially, and pressing down as well, because I do find that pressing works really well with foils, but with these patterned foils you can't press and pull, so you kind of have to press and rub instead. Then we're going to start pulling this back just very slowly. It always comes off too quick at the tip for me, and I don't get as neat tip as I need to, but you want to try and peel off nice and slowly. So I'm just going to come in and touch up, or try my best to touch up that foil right down at the tip of the nail. And then you can see here we've lost our cutout shape because it is stuck down to the charcoal grey. So I'm taking my round nail art brush with some alcohol and I'm just removing what I want, and as you can see it just melts away the foil. I'm just using a little bit at a time, cleaning off my brush, because obviously all the foil is going to be sticking into your brush, so you want to make sure that you're cleaning it off on a lint-free pad just to get rid of that excess foil. And then I'm going to go along and neaten up that sharp line, which is what I normally would still do. So if I'd have wiped off the tacky layer and applied my foil gel and it had stuck down, I still usually like to come in with some alcohol to get a nice crisp line. Now I was going to go in and just hand paint on a line across the nail, and then I remembered I haven't used these liner stickers in ages, so I reached for these instead, because these are great if you are not confident with hand painting or you're you know, you're in a salon, it's busy, these liner stickers are amazing. So you just cut them to size, place them down on the nail, press down with your silicone tool, and then just trim off any excess at the sides as well. You can even go in and file the sides of these gently if you can't get a close enough cut with scissors. And then again, we're going to seal everything in with that rubber top coat. Now, although I recommend sealing in your foils with a rubber top coat, you can still use the other Kiki London top coats that are available. Personally, I just find where I'm quite hard usually on my nails, I prefer the rubber top coat if I'm wearing nail art, especially as though when you're adding different things like glitters and the liner stickers, the rubber top coat is going to give you a smoother finish than some of the more thinner consistency top coats. But I hope you picked up some tips and tricks in this video. Let me know in the comments below if there are any other videos you would like to see, and I shall see you all again in next Friday's video. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do hit that subscription button. Thank you all so much for watching. Lots of love. Bye bye.